Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine. I am coming to you with a reading about. I think I want to check in with the energies, especially with the moon being over with. I want to kind of see. Well, it still lingers, but just trying to see what are the new energies for this week. Although I just post from last week, I was having some technical issues. I'm not going to talk too long about that. Last time I did it, the video just turned off on its own. I'm like, okay. So I could tell I am not here by myself. So I got my angels and my guides here and somebody else here as well. That said, no, don't talk about it. So I won't. So today, some new updates. Energy's changing. Doing a little bit more groundedness. I'm feeling a little bit more balanced. Standing more in my power. I had like an incident that happened one day that I was disappointed about something that had occurred. I was promised to go someplace, and then the person kind of said at last minute that they couldn't go. They had last minute plans, and they were going to have somebody else go with them, and so that was kind of upset. But most of the time, I usually kind of check it in and say, oh, okay, that's all right, and be real divine sunshiny and smile and say, okay, that's all right. And then behind the scenes, when I hang up, I'm crying. This time I felt like I said, you know what, I'm going to vocalize it. You know what, I'm disappointed that you said that, or whatever. So I'm finding more so that I'm saying, okay, stand in my power and say things when I don't like when something's happening. I'm going to let you know it. I don't know, maybe it's because of getting older, maybe because my birthday is coming around, maybe I just feel more to do that. And plus, I've been trying to more so work into my masculine. You see, I had my little masculine outfit on that I had for today, and it seems like with me being my masculine, I kind of brought in my divine twin. We communicated today. Just trying this out of the, just what I initiated. Let me be truthful. I initiated it. I seen he has like a page that has like a cause for things that's going on in the world. I'll just keep it vague. And so I felt the need because I seen something on my Facebook timeline that seemed like it needed to, it fit perfectly with what was going on his page. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to share. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm in this new energy. I'm not going to be scared or fearful of saying something right or wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and post it on there because I felt it fit very nicely in with his page. And it was about teens learning how to, when their friends or loved ones have a gunshot wound, how to treat that. And I mean, the video touched me so that it had one young lady that was in there that was saying that, while they were doing the lessons and the practice of being able to, the demonstration of it, she just broke down in tears because she's like, I was thinking about my loved one. I was thinking about my best friend that got shot and was killed, and she just started crying. And it just really touched me so that I said, look at these babies that are just here learning how to treat gunshot wounds. And it looked like they should be learning something else, not so detrimental or so traumatic. And, it just hurt me so that our babies have to kind of go through that. They can't be like children. And I just really believe in trying to preserve children to be childlike, that innocence, just about as long as it's possible, with them. And I guess that's kind of the way I am in my classroom. They might say, well, our class is a little wild, but I try to let them kind of express themselves freely in my class to get all that energy out, because I know in the next years to come that reality is going to hit them, and it's going to hit them hard, and they're going to want to cling back for those years that when they were young and they believed in Santa Claus and playing with Barbie dolls or whatever, that innocent, that childlike thing, everything is so brand new, and just to tarnish them from that understanding, I just really like to preserve it as far as I can. So going back to the video, that's the same thing. So I guess in some ways my twin picked up on that, how I am really passionate about that, about children and preserving, and how I posted on his Facebook page about that. This here, I wanted to share this video about these teens learning how to treat gunshot wounds. and how, you know, the same thing, like I said, it's just this, it's a beautiful thing that they're learning this, but at the same time it's a sad thing, because I believe that, you know, out of all the things, that this is something that you wouldn't want your child to have to learn, but right now with the times that we're in, that's what's occurring. And so we kind of dialogue from that point on. So I seen I was kind of working in just my this new things, tips, just pretty much being open, really saying what I am, standing in my power, and then working into my divine, like I said, my masculine today. I just felt very masculine for some reason. So I was switching on to that. So just learn how to balance. But when I seen in the class, I said, okay, now you're getting a little too masculine. Let's switch it back to the feminine. Just learning how to balance that. So that's really pretty much the update that's going on with me. I thought I needed to share that to just let you know that, you know, I'm also in this journey alone with you guys, and that if you want a reading for your own personal journey, go to www.divinetwin. That's what to me W sound like it did. www.divinetwinsoul11.com. Or you can go to my Instago. I've been getting a lot of Instagos as well. Also, I am going to do a special next week because I'm going to be off $11 for 30 minutes. You can't beat that one for that. Or $22 for an hour. That's going to be on my, I got to get it created on my website, where you go to my book services page, book online, and I will have that special running for that. So give me some time to kind of get it together, because I just forgot about that. That I got to update that as well for the $11 special. So I'm going to do that next week while I am off on spring break. So let's check into the energies. I just want to do a general overall. I'm going to try to do my karmic feminines in with the masculine karmic, and then I'm going to do I'm going to see, I want to do something with the blocks and the blocks of the divine feminine and blocks of the divine masculine, but I'll see, we'll see what I have time for. Let me turn this off, because last time I seen in my reading I had that this thing was on and it just messed my mind up. Whatever, somebody had texted me, so whatever, that's off. And if the angels want to notify me, Angel Raphael, Archangel Raphael, you want to contact me by a beep, you got to find another thing in this room to do. Okay, so here we go. Let's go for the energies of this week. Let's just see, ask what's on the divine masculines. Clear. Divine masculines heart space. Upside, everybody's upside down. Turn you around. Turn around. Every now and then. Okay, all right. Here we go. You can tell I listen to music, don't you? All right. Clear again. Okay, and let's see what's in the divine masculine's mind space. Oh, they really working with me today. All right, this is a good day. This is going to be a good energy read here. Let me put this. This is heart. All right, what is in the divine feminine's heart space for this week? You did, but you went back in, so I'm going to do that to make sure. Okay. Ooh. And what is in the divine feminine's mind space this week? Okay, but that was upside down. Okay. Now that's done. It's stuck in my head. Turn around. Might have a reason for it. All right, here we go. Divine, what's it? Masculine. I did him first. Yeah. Okay, and then I said feminine. Right. In the heart space. Okay, we have worth waiting for, and we have trust in opposite. Okay, so let's start off with this one. Okay, worth waiting for. So I'm picking up that now in the heart space that the divine masculines now are kind of pretty much coming to this recognition and knowing what the divine feminine is. what her role is in his life. They got a kind of really much more clear picture of what's going on with the divine feminine. They know that she's special. They know that she's a cut above the rest. She's the creme de la creme. She's not with the rest of them. So they know now she's special. So although some of the divine masculines are kind of going through some things, and I'm picking up either they're still learning about what's going on or what their role is what's expectations for them. Also with their karmic situation, that's playing a role. And I'm picking up they're saying this main purely confidence in it. And so right now we're waiting for divine timing to take place in this. It's the divine timing is at work in your love life. So right now some things that got to clear up. Maybe their finances, maybe their, like I said, their confidence and self-confidence about them actually being able to do it is at play. So they feeling like they got to play the waiting game. They waiting for really the Evans to open up and say, now it is your time, son, to go get your divine feminine. So they're waiting on that sign to happen, okay? In the trust factor, with them the trust issue is that it came in reverse. So now they're still in a heart space. This situation is calling for you to have trust, have faith. But this came in opposite. So if this is in their heart, maybe they're kind of doubting a little bit. It's in their heart, but it's kind of a little shaky, quaky about what's going on for this to come into the reverse. This is what I'm picking up because this is trust. Or I'm also picking this up is that, when sometimes you're saying, I don't need to trust. I just know. I just know beyond a shadow of doubt. And I don't know why I know, but I just know. This is what I'm picking up too. Some of them are saying that. I just know. I don't. It ain't a question about trust. Because if I'm saying in my heart space is trusting, I just feel that it just is. It's just like this table. It is. It's just like these earrings. It is. It just is. Okay. So that's why he's saying, I know clearly where I want to go. I know what my target is. I know what my object of affection is. And so now I just got to wait. It's some things that I've got to clear up, some situations I've got to clear up why I said that it's worth waiting for. This whole situation, this whole divine twin relationship is worth waiting for. And I know that in my heart now. On his mind, why he's saying he's got to kind of wait on that is right now in his mind is free yourself. So like I said, I felt that from the cards that he's got some things that he's got to free up right now. It could be a karmic situation. It could just be him and his self-confidence. Maybe some financial issues that is going on. Something is making him feel like he is being blocked in. But like when I see this card all the time, I always say this is delusional. This is the illusion. You as a unicorn can be able to flap your wings and to fly over this. This is something that in his mind he has created this blockade in. And so he's easy. He's magical. Unicorns are magical. They could do whatever, morph, whatever they want to. Just like the divine. Divine is able to manifest, could do whatever he wants to once he gets into his divinity. I see here a lot of green, so he's got to get into his heart chakra. His heart is going to tell him what to do. And just like I say, with his heart is saying, I don't think I need to trust. I just know. It just is. There's nothing to trust. To me, if you got some trust issues or you got to question that, then it's something else going on. I mean, you're not really trusting and knowing. It's the difference between trust and know. When you just know, it just is what it is. Okay? So that's what I'm picking up from that. He also in his mind space has to do is forgiving and learning. He knows in his mind some things that he's got to work out, some issues, whether it's karmic situations or it's the karmic thing. I call it the three nouns, person, place, a thing that he's got to work on. Maybe the job is not right. Because I said to myself, I'm going to stop talking about the karmic because it ain't sometimes not the karmic partnership. It's just the three ends, the person, place, a thing that's dealing with him that he's got to forgive. He might got to even forgive himself. Maybe some things that he's done in the past. I'm thinking like his young, in his immaturity. This is what I'm looking at. In his immature stage. Now he's wiser. He looks older. And he's got the angels really working. He's doing some angelic work. He's now saying, you know what, when I look back, it's some things I really shouldn't have said, shouldn't have done. And if I could take it all back again, I would. I apologize, because right then I had one principal used to say when people were doing stuff and they were young, she said that's their youthfulness. So that's what he did in his youthfulness times, in his times of immaturity, not fully growing into his divinity. He feels that. For the divine feminine, in her mind space, she says she got to release the ex. Now this could go two ways. It could be release her ex. Maybe she's dealing with some common feminine, some issues herself, or she's telling the divine masculine, looking at him, saying you need to release your ex. It's burdening me. This thought, this thinking about you here with that karmic situation. Me, it's burdening me being here in this karmic situation with my own karmic. Is just burdening me, and there's some things that I want to communicate via email, because when I see that this piece of paper I want to do, that I want to release. Or also, I'm picking this up when I look at this, is also releasing just some feelings, some feelings, some things of the past that really need to be X'd out. How can she do that? I'm picking up, it's saying journaling. Maybe she needs to start journaling her feelings. I seen that also in somebody's video had stated that, to start with journaling your feelings, some things in the past that you want to let go, that you want to forgive yourself, because remember that you all mirror each other. So it's some things that maybe you need to forgive and learn as well. Okay. What else am I seeing right here? In her mind space, she's playfulness. So she wants to get back to that youthfulness, that playfulness with how you and how the divine feminine and divine masculine pretty much communicate with each other. It's just keeping it light, airy, very playful, not very serious. Right there, they've kind of flirt a little bit. That's just that back and forthness where it's just a carefree kind of energy. That she wants to get back. Not so heavy, because right now we know we are so burdened down with carrying on as the feminines. Okay, it's like we got to do the torch, the Olympic torch. I picture us, and we carrying it from one flame to another. We carrying, this twin flame. It's like we literally in the Olympics carrying it from one city, one destination, from one trial, from one tribulation, from one challenge, from one lesson to another, and we trying to keep that flame going. We don't want the flame to die. We want to make sure it makes it to the Coliseum of where the twin flame is there, and we light up the torch, the big torch, for every twin flame that's out there, some kind of way. I know I'm getting off subject, but that's how I picture it. It's like we just running with that torch right there as the Olympics, so we can be able to light that flame for our twin flame journey. So it's getting heavy, and she just wants that playfulness right now. Just things, the way she thinks, not to be so heavily burdened. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on. What are the blocks this week for the divine masculine? What are the blocks? Clear. What are the blocks? Okay. And what are the blocks for the divine feminine this week? Okay, you said it was that one, so I'm going to win this. Okay. All right, we ain't seen this before. For the divine masculine, the blocks here is we got patience in reverse. So right now he's getting impatient with some things. He's probably getting patient with himself. He's probably getting patient about this karmic situation. He's getting he's probably getting impatient just by this. I'm picking him and saying I'm impatient about the whole damn thing, the whole journey, the whole damn process. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what's going on with my divine feminine. How do I get in touch with her? How do I get loose to this karmic situation that I got? Right now, I'm impatient about the whole daggone thing right now. This forgiving and learning, how much releasing I got to do, how much waiting I got to do, what's this trust issue. So right now, that's what he is. He's dealing with. And so right now, to deal with that, he's got to heal that the sacral energy. There we have the number 2. Okay, he's probably patient about the unity, bringing in things together with that. Well, we have things that are blocking the divine feminine is we have with her, she has in reverse all, no, his is in reverse. Hers is parenting, sorry. Parenting came out. So again, maybe she's a parent. I don't know if she's a parent or either she's having some issues with the parents in the past, some things that they have done. She still got the heal some family issues. Look like I've seen this before in a couple of my readings that I've done. So the family is still an issue, okay? So that's dealing with love. And for me, again, for 3 is alignment, spirit, soul, and body. She's got to get all those things aligned, dealing with this healing of these childhood issues, parenting, or either her authority. Parenting could be also authority. How you communicate, because this is blue. So how can you communicate as well, and dealing with your solar plexus, which is standing in your power. So those two together, that's why I say authority. Those two together, she's having some issues, and she's got to, this is a block. She's got to deal with that, okay? Let's see. What does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine? Let's see. Let's do it this way. Woohoo. Almost failed. Clear. Let's use the wisdom oracles for this one. Okay, that's too much. You talking too much, divine masculine. I'm just teasing. Okay, what does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine? Oh, okay. Says the same thing. And what does the divine feminine want to say to the divine masculine? Okay. Okay, that came out, so I'm going to stick with that. Okay, the tribe. All right, so the divine masculine is saying to the divine feminineness. He's saying, every time when I see this card, he's saying you're playing yourself too small. You got to get into your divinity. Okay? He feels that you are much grander, much taller, more divine, more powerful than you're playing yourself for. It's like it's being small. And when I see this, you're also dealing with old thinking. This is like an old tree, old wisdom tree to me when I look at this. And you're staying in that type of old wisdom and you're not moving forward. Even your future self is saying to your old self, you need to come out of this. This is, why are you still in here? You need to come on out. This is what I'm picking up. When you do come from that backwards, or this, it could be from your parenting, some hurts and things that you got to heal from the past from your parenting. When you do come out of this, again, you see clear skies. It'll be a reason to celebrate. This number is number 8, so you got to create balance between the new and the old way of letting it go, so you can create something new, so you can balance that out. Okay. When I see a tribe, some kind of ways in which maybe could help you out with that is also getting with divine twin flame groups, linking up and talking to other divine twin souls that understand your paths, talking to psychic readers, trusted ones that can help you. That's part of your tribe. I always think, and I just met with the young lady there today. They always say, my tribe, my village. They help you to move because it takes a village to raise, and that takes a lot of people. Get some trustworthy, even your friends that maybe can help build you up. So he's saying with this, I see you playing yourself small, okay, and you need to grow out of the old way, the old paradigm that you're in. You're now a new divine feminine. You need to come into your divinity, which is going to draw him in, okay. What you're saying to him is right now you want to experience the milk and honey, the land of milk and honey, with him, the divine masculine. All these things, because when we know, I always think about this, the rainbow is the covenant. That's what God or the universe promised to us. We have rainbows, or just like Lucky Charms, and at the end, the pot of gold. That once we go through all of these journeys and these things, and you work on your forgiveness, and yes, I am in agreement that yes, worth waiting for, because at the end of this, we have milk and honey. You got to work with your forgiveness and learning. You got to free yourself from this whatever issue or situation that you're actually in. And then we've got to find patience, because in order to find the end of the rainbow, it's going to take some time. So you got to find some patience. You can't be impatient. You got to be patient about this. And milk and honey is slow moving. So you got to take your time with it. But it's sweet as you take on the process of trying to get that honey out of that jar. But when you have it, you know that it is just really going to be really a sweet treat. Milk also takes some time. It's a process for you to get that milk out of the cow. It just doesn't come there. You got to kind of milk it. You got to work it. You got to work with those udders to make sure that you do. You got to present yourself well. You got to make sure you're nice and gentle when you're dealing with the milk, with the cow's udders as well, so you can be able to do that. You can't, a certain way you have to do it, otherwise the cow will kick you. So that's the same thing, the process to get this milk and honey. Both of them, to me, when I look at this, says it's going to take some time. It's going to be a process. But once we do go through this process of this thing here, we will be sitting at the table and drinking up and lavishing in this milk and honey. Okay? All right? That is that. I'm trying to see, is there any overall things? I know I just want to do a quick kind of look into this. What does... I did that one. I'm trying to see what gets my thing. Okay, let's pull a rummy card. Okay, so let's ask the rummy card. Now I know I'm going to need this because I don't know this offhand. Clear. What is the overall theme in which the divine masculine and the divine feminine have to work with this week? What's the overall theme? Okay, you want to fall? Who are you? Oh, this is paper. So I want to say they want you to work with nothing and start new from that point on. That's one way of looking at it. All right, let's look. We have beyond death and life. Ooh, deep, deep, deep. Okay, let's look at what this is. This is card number 4 or 1. I think number 1. Okay, let's see. Yes, number 1. All right. Footprints lead to the shore of the seal. Beyond that point, no trace remain. I am calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen. Within your heart, there I speak. My voice rings true. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come. Lay it to rest. Okay. Lay it to rest now. The ending comes as grace to free you from all that you have known. For what you have known is now too small for your soul. Hold on a second. I got to even mess with my eye because they dry. Hold on. Didn't I just say this? What did I? My Lord. Didn't I say that? I said too small. Where you at? You're too big for it. You need to get out of this. Interesting. All right. I love it when it all comes together. That just lets me know that it's not me doing the work. It's truly other energies and higher powers that are working with me. I heard you. Okay, Archangel Raphael, you beep for me. Okay, I got you. Now you need to work my eyes so I can see. Okay, what you have known is now too small for you and for your soul. Bear your uncertainty with I can't see this, equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are. that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself, undressing your ego, casting aside its layers, as tender as a lover, with unwavering attention upon the sacred body of light. You shall know yourself in truth, as pure beyond all experiences, untamed, ever innocent, as a pure vessel, stripped bare, ready for the divine revelation, as light, as life, as love. The soul craves variety because it leads to wholeness, and wholeness leads to divine revelation. The purpose of the soul incarnating in this world in the first place is to realize its divinity through the sacred crucible of life. The older the soul, the closer it is to the realization of divine oneness, and the more powerful it is determination to shed that which would constrain complete and conscious immersion into the divine presence. Now, when I pick this up, this seems like this here is speaking to the divine, whoever's the most awakened. But right now, from this card, I talk to the divine feminine. This is for you. Because I told you about this old tree, old knowledge. Now they're saying about old soul. So here you are, an old soul at the edge of something you have known, at the cusp of an ending and a beginning. Perhaps you are already in surrender and falling in, or perhaps you are fearful and resisting as you greet your own unknown destiny. Yet this moment is happening because your own divine soul has chosen for it to be this way, so that love may grow. There is no punishment in this ending, nor is there anything to fear. There may be pain, there may be grief and loss, there may be uncertainty and even insecurity, yet you have a heart big enough to bear such growing pains. Your heart is even big enough to receive the joy that is lying in wait for you as you stumble across her in the course of your clumsy inspired travails into new life. You can scoop her up in your arms and spin her wildly about as the delights in your embrace, throwing her head back and laughing her vibrant, contagious laughter, filling you with exquisite ecstasy. Yes, you shall know the truth, the knowledge that the divine is with you, guiding every unfolding moment of your life journey. No matter how dark it may at first appear, the divine is with you in unflinching generosity, with compassion, and with fierce passion for your blossoming into all that you are, all that you can be. So what must you do to receive this divine grace, this new life? You must be willing to face death. It may be that death has come to you in the form or loss of a beloved one, a physical loss that takes you into the darkest, deep despair or depths of your grieving heart. It may be death that comes to you in the ending of a financial or professional situation you once relied upon. It could also be in the sense that you don't really know who you are anymore. Old identities having shown themselves to be inadequate, inaccurate, mere ego mask, too small for the great being that you are starting to suspect you may be. Didn't I just tell you this? This goes for the divine feminine. Okay? Definitely, I said too small. But it also can go for the divine masculine because he needs to learn how to free himself. Whatever he's in makes him feel enclosed, makes him feel small as well. Okay? So let me retract that statement. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. It's got a lot. It's talk about death and choices and how to deal. But this is a Remy Oracle, and if you want to get more in depth about it, you can with that. They got a ritual here. Oh, okay. This goes with this. Okay, I will jump to the ritual. Here we go. So we'll end with this. Place your hands on your heart. Say the following out loud. Rummy, repeat after me. Rummy, who loves me unconditionally, I call upon your loving grace. Please help me release what I no longer need. What is too small for my great light? Help me recognize the purity of my own being so that I can more easily trust. Where is it at? More easily trust. Lost my spot. Just saying that. That's just unbelievable. In the divine love calling to me. Like an insistent lover, in every moment, I breathe in your compassionate grace now. Thank you, my beloved. Now keeping your hands resting on your heart at the center of your chest. Simply breathe in and out, gently and easily. Focus on the feeling of your hands on your chest. Do this for as long as feels good for you. When you have finished, open your eyes. You have finished your honoring ritual. And so with that, I will end. If you want a reading with me, Divine Sunshine, remember I'm running a special next week. It is going to be $11 for 22 minutes. $11 for 30 minutes and $22 for 60 minutes. Again, I'm running it all next week, this special. So please go on to my site and go to the services page and book a reading on there so you can have that. I hope that this resonates with you. I feel good in my spirit that this picks up on the energies, especially when it left us with this lovely ritual at the end. So I just want to say, in the meantime, into my next reading, stay inspired, stay motivated, and stay uplifted. Namaste. Namago.